Hey everybody, welcome to the post-game mini podcast. Tennessee falls by a score of 37-20 on the road in Tuscaloosa, Alabama on the third Saturday in October. And Matt Ray, Austin Price, I'm Eric Kane. Matt, Austin and I talked to the 2-minute drill. I mean, it's unfortunate. Like, Tennessee did not play well, obviously. Alabama did not just destroy Tennessee. I mean, Tennessee had so many different opportunities in this game. Give Alabama credit for thwarting those opportunities. But, I mean, Tennessee had chances in this game and just continued to blow it, specifically there in the first half. And then, of course, they're at the turning point at halftime.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's going to take a look at this one, and everything's going to point to that pick six to end the half. And
Yeah, biggest play of the game.
yeah, I mean, it was obviously critical. Huge momentum swing there, especially considering the fact that the defense came out after half and got a stop, and then you went right back down and scored.
Yeah.
And that makes that one sting even more. You guys talked about on the 2-minute drill. Not a good situation coming out in the jumbo package, and then in my opinion, the worst throw that Joey Aguilar's made since he's been involved. One that he would love to have back. There, you've got to put that to where either Miles Kitzman can catch it or somebody in the first row is catching it.
You throw it on the outside shoulder. You miss. It's an incompletion. You kick the field goal, and you get a point on the board. You throw it inside, and obviously it's either caught or it's picked off. And worst case scenario is what happened. And a pick six. Austin and I, talked about it on the 2-minute, and they called the timeout. And everybody in this stadium, everybody at home watching knew you had to throw the football because you had no timeouts. So I don't like.
I hated
the jumbo.
Yes, I hated the scheme. I hated the play call. I thought it was stupid. I thought having to go play action there at all allowed the defensive lineman to get more into Joey's space, which forced him to throw it, forces it, throws it inside, and the rest is history. Just a debilitating play. Because if you score there, even if you get held to a field goal and it's 16-10, you feel like, okay, we didn't play worth a crap in the first half, and we're right there. If they score a touchdown, it's 16-14, and instead it's 23-7, you do get the stop, you go score, then you get a fumble, and they go side to side on three terrible plays after a nice Deshaun Bishop run. They had multiple opportunities tonight to seize something and just blew it. They blew it. I thought Heupel Halsey, whoever you want to give the credit to for the play calling, it was not very good. It was not their best night. The clock management at the end of the first half, I thought was trash. They could have, they probably saved themselves 15 seconds. Instead, they
should have called the timeout.
Should have called a timeout.
Yeah.
They didn't, and that's okay. That one doesn't sting as much. The end of the game, last 3 or 4 minutes, you kick the field goal. It's a 3-possession game. What are you doing going for it? And then you're sitting in there at the end, trying to force a touchdown in there. Why? Who cares at that point? Why did you not kick the field goal when you're down 17? It's a 3-possession game. You kick it. I mean, there's been crazier things that have happened in sports. To me, I knew what he was going to say when I asked him in post game. Well, we were down there. We just kind of made the decision. But you had to get down there multiple times. It's not like when you're if you're down at the 5 and you're down 10 points. You're down 3 scores. The chance you're going to have to get back down there again, regardless.
Yeah.
The clock management is just, it's a head scratcher at times, and it's hard to figure out why.
It's the third straight week, and I thought it was poor execution at the half last week. But go back to Mississippi State. I mean, what? At the end of the game, and in my opinion, they're at the halftime. So this is 3 straight games. It was kind of like that, but it wasn't just that one play or the play calling. It was, you had offensive pass interference that was bad of Braylon Staley. You had an elementary school play where he's on the line, covered up downfield. Bro, get off the line.
Yep.
That peewee football stuff, It's Joey Aguilar stepping up to talk to his offensive lineman, Sam Pendleton snapping the football back. Come on. What's going on here? I did not like how they rotated offensive line all game long. I hate that. Again, it was just self-inflicting errors, and you're playing on the road, you're playing in front of a crowd. I mean, that happens, but too many to overcome tonight.
Well, the frustrating part, I think, if you're looking at this as a Tennessee fan, is that this offense in 5 years hasn't really gone on the road and had a clean operation anywhere other than LSU.
Missouri 21.
Yeah, Missouri 21 was pretty clean.
They ran for about 875 yards.
Yeah, so when it's a true hostile top environment, it seems like the things that you're talking about, the things that you learn in Pee Wee football,
Yeah.
they kind of go out the window. And when you're talking about paying attention to the details, yeah, the details will beat you. But it was a number of little things tonight that really beat Tennessee. Tackling in the open field. I mean, Ty Simpson flicks one out to Jeremy Bernard. Tennessee has him behind the line of scrimmage. A double pass.
Yeah.
Tennessee has him behind the line of scrimmage for 5-7 yard loss.
No, more than that.
Yeah, he breaks 4 tackles.
Yeah, gets a first down.
Yeah, and gets a first down. So those things are, super frustrating. And they're super frustrating to this football team too, but it's time in and time out. You have to be able to clean those things up, whether it's a muff punt against Mississippi State or those things that we're talking about here tonight. That the operation on the road, you have to go back and find a way to reevaluate that and fix that.
Yeah, and again, I thought Braylon Staley had a good night offensively. Over the middle, just like Alabama over the middle against Tennessee. I thought he was doing a good job over the middle. But
this offense tonight was a microcosm of the whole season. Like, they show flashes, they move it between the 20s, and I get they've led the country in scoring, right? They punched in more than they've not. But tonight, what they do, they flashed hard at times, and then debilitating penalty, as you guys talk about, drops. I mean, Kitzelman, rough night. I mean, I get he's coming in here with a lot of emotions, playing his former team and all that, but and the one was late, and they were down 2 or 3 scores or whatever it was. But you gotta catch it.
Make the catch.
You gotta catch it. I mean, every play counts. It's like, had Tennessee gotten back in there, let's say they score and they score again, they end up losing by 7, right? There would have been some people that said, well, they just kind of it was much worse than it was. Not really. I mean, was the Arkansas game worse than it was? Because Tennessee led that one by 17 before Arkansas scored those ones late. So, I mean, offensively, they've got to be able to finish better. I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, this is my post-game hot take. Tennessee beats Kentucky by at least 4 scores next week. I think they're going to be pissed off. I think they're going to play motivated. And I just don't think Kentucky's very good. They had 13 in the fourth to force overtime against a terrible Texas team. Let's call out the national media for their garbage, preseason nonsense of Clemson. They suck. Texas sucks. Let's go right down the line.
Well,
again, Tennessee tonight was not very good. They cannot continue to do these things on the road, to what you all were saying, and get quality wins. I mean, anybody can go to Kentucky and win. How do they win at the Swamp? Something they've still not done since I was in college, against a Florida team that can't score.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they have to figure out at this point, right? Because everything's still in front of this football team, as crazy as it sounds. I mean, at the end of the day, that it's still one silver lining in this ugly loss. Is that everything's in front of this football team. You get an Oklahoma team that's going to come to Neyland Stadium. They're going to be ranked in or around the top 10. You get a Vanderbilt team that could be ranked inside the top 15.
I was going to say, newsflash, whether you want to hear it or not, Vanderbilt's a good football team.
Yeah, and those are going to be games inside of Neyland Stadium. Your operation should click. You're going to have a chance to win those football games. They've got a chance to win out, but the biggest game left on the schedule for me at this point. Now, obviously, this can change if you lay an egg against Oklahoma or whatever. But the biggest game on the schedule is Florida. Oh. And you got to find a way. Well, yeah, but you got to find a way to go on the road and win that football game, because I think you can beat Oklahoma at home. I really do. I think their operation has struggled a little bit on the road, even regardless of what they did to South Carolina today.
Go back to something you said a moment ago, talking about the defense. It's kind of frustrating because there again, midway through the third quarter, I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know what, defense, not that bad of a day. Not that bad of a day. Then you give up the whatever play 99-yard drive when you miss all those stupid tackles. Yep. This team is a horrible tackling team.
Yeah.
I mean, it's bad. We can say that for a fact midway through. I mean, this is a bad tackling football team. But, obviously a touchdown that scored on you was from that pick six. You had 2 that scored on you from that safety. That's not on you. Still give it too many points there in the waning moments of the football game, which is unfortunate because I don't have the stats in front of me. I thought they defended the run pretty well, but Ty Simpson kind of did what Ty Simpson's done all season long.
At one point late in the ball game, and it changed. I know it changed for certain, but at one point late in the ball game, Jeremy Bernard was their leading rusher. A wide receiver was their leading rusher at one point. I thought Tennessee defended the run well, and somebody that I saw in limited action, got to get more run, Jaden Perlotti.
Oh,
he
yes.
He overplays some things, but he plays like his hair is on fire.
He also needs to pick up what was a live ball.
Yeah.
Outside of that.
Yeah, but he plays like his hair's on fire. He brings a little bit of a different element. Got to get him some run moving forward.
Yeah, Jeremy Bernard led him in rushing, and the play that he led him in rushing on was supposed to be a double pass where he all of a sudden looked like the kid from Arkansas returning the punt against Tennessee in 2012 or 10 or whatever year it was, where he made 47 balls miss. I mean, I was just like, that's a microcosm of the defense. Like just the inability just to make the simple play. You had it snuffed out, and then you let them off the hook, to quote the old Denny Green line. I mean, this is a. I won't say it's time to put the young guys in. I don't think that's accurate, but I do think you want to continue to see more of Desan Brame. You want to continue to see more of Jaden Perlotti or Jaden Harmon or whoever. They've got to figure out who their offensive line is. That's something we did not talk about on the 2-minute drill. We need to talk about that here. They went from never rotating ever to rotating mid-possession now. It's like, hey. I don't mean the possession where Lance Hurd was out and they had to put Ben Warren in left tackle. And kudos to him for holding up. That was a possession. Tennessee, I think, wasn't scored, right?
I think so, yeah.
But they've got to figure out who it is. Is it Jesse Perry at guard? Is it Jesse Perry at tackle? Clearly they want to push David Sanders, and I don't blame them. But they've got to figure that out because I think that's only screwing with the rest of the guys because it's not as simple as one for one. When one of those moves happen, you got to move 13 chess pieces around to get the desired match.
There was one of those drives where, in between the timeouts, I mean, they had about 3 offensive line substitutions, and I couldn't stand it. Again, Pruitt did it when he was here, and I know Heupel and them, they've done it some. Like last year, like you had a right tackle that couldn't make it through a game, so like I get that. But I'm with Austin. I figure out your offensive line. Like it's great to have versatility, but like Moy does not want to be flipping sides all game long.
No, there was one possession where it was David Sanders, Wendell Moy, Sam Pendleton, Sham Umarov, and Lance Hurd. I looked out there. I thought, what is this combination?
And again, it's like Sham's played half the year, and Sham's done a good job. If Sham's one of your best 5, play him. If not, move over. Like this isn't. I mean, we're not all getting participation trophies here. Like you got to go out there and play Alabama. You got to go out there and play Oklahoma. Like so, if Sham's your guy, that's great. But like I'm with Austin. I can't stand the rotation of offensive linemen up front. Can't stand it. But anyway, that's not why Tennessee lost. Tennessee again had too many opportunities. It's unfortunate because again despite the devastating blow at the half, you said this, and I couldn't agree more. You go out there, get a 3 and out, you march down the football field, and you score, and you feel like you got something going.
And then you got the fumble.
Yeah.
Again, you had the opportunity there. If you score there and you make it 23, was it?
It would have been.
It was 23-20, yeah, because they went for 2 and didn't get it. It would have been 23-20. What happens in here? What happens? You've got to learn to hit the pressure points on the opposing team when you can. When you get an opportunity, you have got to do it. It's multiple times. Georgia, even Arkansas, and now this game where you've had opportunities and nothing.
Well, and Jeremiah Thielander talked about it some in postgame about the missed tackles and the issues over the middle and lacking confidence. I tell you who doesn't lack confidence and he makes plays week in and week out. Incredible just hustle play on that fumble was Josh Josephs. How could he run a circle, look like he's running duck, goose trying to track that football down. But he plays confidently. He attacks everything confidently, and that's something, and it's pretty easy to see why. But this defense is lacking confidence, and they've got to find a way to find some in the back half of the season.
No doubt, still lots to play in front of you. The season is clearly not over. You were a college football playoff team last year with 2 losses. Your second loss a little bit earlier this year, but still a lot to play in front of you. Tennessee can win every football game left on the schedule. Oklahoma at home is going to be big. You got to go on the road to Kroger Field against Kentucky next week. Of course, Oklahoma at home, and then New Mexico State doesn't count. You've got Florida on the road, which will be a challenge as always. Then, of course, Vanderbilt at home. So there will be opportunities to impress that resume and kind of get back to where you are. But you got to flip the script. You got to move on, and you got to get healthy. Joey Aguilar again played the second half hurt. He was hurting. Hopefully that you get a better. He's get healthy, and he'll be ready to roll for next week, which I'm sure he will. He didn't miss a snap in this game. So. Final score 37-20. Tennessee comes up short in the third Saturday in October. Plenty of reaction, plenty of post game coming up at Volquest.com throughout the night.